Let's get right to the market action now with Nick Santiago of In the Money Stocks. Liz Truss has resigned as Prime Minister in the UK over budget bungles. How does that play out in the U.S. stock market?
I think it's affecting the U.S. market a little bit. And normally I don't really care too much about geopolitics, but I think we're seeing a lot of disarray going on in the UK, and even the European Union itself, even though the UK is not part of them, we're seeing a lot of problems in the European Union. And if the UK falls apart or has real issues, that's going to be systemic because it's going to really weigh on confidence. And I think we're starting to see that. There was a lot of turnover. The central bankers basically turned on her very quickly. She wasn't in for a very long period here, and we're seeing a lot of disarray. So I think it definitely is affecting markets a little bit. It hasn't shown up yet, but it will.
What do you see happening overall in the market, Nick?
Well, right now, I think we're getting a little bit of a bounce. This is an options X week. So, a lot of times stocks that are beaten down will get a bid. It's what I call institutional game playing. I call it pin the tail on the strike price. So these institutions know where the small retail trader has placed his bet, and they'll usually take the stock away from there. A lot of puts were bought on this market. So markets are trying to stabilize here. We could be up in for a little bit more upside, but nothing has really changed. The bigger picture is we'll go lower. There's a bear market here intact, and you'll get bear market rallies like we always do. But you just be prepared. If you're savvy, you trade those rallies. If you're not, you really want to sit on the sidelines because there's a lot more to come.
What's your trade of the day?
So my trade of the day is going to be natural gas. I like the UNG here, the natural gas fund, U.S. natural gas fund. Natural gas has retreated in a big way. It's gone from 10 to 5 on the nat gas futures chart. A good way to play it is with the UNG. And, if you look at the geopolitical backdrop in Europe again, it's getting cold over there. I used to live in Europe. I will be the first to tell you when it gets to the month of November, December, it's very, very cold. And they're going to need a lot of natural gas. So I think we'll be exporting to them, and we're also going to need it here. So I like nat gas at this level.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you for having me.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.